This is Into the Fire.
Yeah. Well, it's a little confusing, but getting there.
Well, that
It's a little bit confusing, but we're getting there.
it is. It is.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I'll start. Well, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome into the fire one of the nicest guys ever and a super AFL talent of the very near future, Elijah. I'm nicknaming him the Showstopper Holland.
Oh, I'll take that. Thank you very much, Liam. Hopefully that one can catch on.
I'm pretty sure it will. First things first, Elijah. This is my first Zoom interview, and I'm a bit nervous something could go wrong here. Don't pull the plug on your internet here, okay?
I'll try my best not to. We'll see how it goes. You look like you've got it under control. You're very well dressed.
Thank you. It's been a particularly hard time for all Victorians at the moment. How has lockdown been for you and all your fellow potential draftees with such a lack of footy?
Yeah, it's been different. I'm sure most of us Victorian boys sort of thought that our drafty would have been a bit different to what it is. A lot of us would have envisioned playing footy and playing the national championships and having all that. So it has been a bit different, but we're all going pretty good. A lot of us have tried to stay as positive and as happy as we could throughout lockdown and just try and find some things that make the time go by a little bit quicker, and we're still putting in a lot of effort because a lot of us are still obviously trying to get drafted at the end of the year. So instead of playing footy to get ourselves drafted, we've had to do other things like keeping ourselves fit and just getting stronger and getting faster. So that's what we've been able to do. For me, it's been a little bit different. As you know, I'm currently injured, so I haven't been running yet, but I'm in the gym, and that's sort of what I can do at the moment, just try and get my knee right and try and build up the rest of my body. So at the end of the year, if I do get drafted, I'll be in the best physical shape to start my pre-season.
I'm sure you will get drafted. And all the best for you as well. You've moved around a bit growing up. Did you play any other sports, or has it always just been footy?
Yeah, so I have moved around a little bit. I was actually born in Adelaide, so I lived in Adelaide for about 9 years before moving to country Victoria. Played two sports. So I played footy and cricket growing up. I played cricket up until just before year 12. So that have been my two main sports growing up. I haven't really played much else. I would have liked to play basketball. Looking back, I love watching the basketball now, but it's mainly just been footy and cricket.
Yeah. Cricket and footy are good sports anyway.
Yeah.
You did your ACL in 2020 and would have been forced to sit out. How has your rehab gone? And I bet you're itching to get back into the next year.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very excited to play some footy next year, wherever that will be. But yeah, it's been a bit different. Rehab's gone really well. It's all been really positive. It's been not much negative stuff at all. So that's been something that's been really helpful as well, just to make it all smooth and be able to get some continuous improvement in my knee, which has been really good. But I would have liked to have still been able to get to some footy this year. It's obviously felt very weird. I've only watched footy on telly this year. I haven't been to any live games, so definitely missed that. And it's something that I'm really looking forward to getting back into next year, and hopefully it involves me playing.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. You're a mercurial player and a commentator's dream. You kick the crazy goals, go on bursting runs and taking high-flying marks. Is there anyone in the AFL you'd most like to play like?
Well, that's a very, very generous description there. Thank you very much, Liam. But yeah, there's a few people that I like to model my game on. I've tried to play a little bit more midfield over the last year and a bit. So someone like Marcus Bontempelli is someone that I love to watch. But yes, some of the forward stuff I'd like to love watching Toby Green. He's one of my favourite players to watch in the forward line. He's very hard to play on, and that's something that I want to be like as well. Someone who's always a defender's nightmare to play on is something that I want to be. So watching blokes like Toby, some of the guys that I like to take pieces out of.
Both very good players, so wouldn't be
Yeah.
too unhappy if you were like them. Your
Oh,
dad
no, if they do, I'll be very happy.
Yeah. Your dad played 8 games for Richmond. Has he talked you through the winning goal he kicked against Fremantle?
You've done your research there. Yes, he does bring that up every now and again. He's managed to find, it's been played on Fox Footy I think twice, and he's been managed to find both those times and sit us in the couch and watch it with him. So he has brought it up a couple of times. Yeah, he did only play the 8 games, but he's still had some moments, some very good moments he's been able to take out of it. So yeah, we've definitely watched that line back a couple of times.
Yeah, definitely. Do you get angry at your dad that he was 92 games short of a father-son with Richmond? That deserves socks for Father's Day, I reckon.
Yes, I think you're right. That's why we did give him socks for Father's Day. He doesn't get much else. But yeah, so I did have a chat with him the other day about why he didn't play an extra 92 and get me to Richmond's father-son. But I'll look past it, and we've been able to work through it throughout the hard times. But yeah, I'll let it slide.
Yeah. Your dad played in South Australia for Westies. Did you like
Yep.
Did you like SA just in case you get picked up here?
Oh, for sure. He actually hasn't taken me back to Adelaide, which has been very disappointing. But yeah, I'm definitely open for a move to South Australia. The SANFL is a very good league, and Daddy managed to play a lot of footy there as well. So wherever I do end up, I'll be happy, but I definitely still have a soft spot for Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide's a good place. You played in the under-17s Futures All-Star game and really showed your tackling ability, ball-winning ability, and kicked 2 goals from a wing. You can do anything on the football field. Where do you see your ideal position being in 5 years' time?
So that's a good question. It's one that it's one that I've been asked a few times over the last few weeks, considering I played a lot of time forward in the last few years. But I want to be a midfielder in the next couple of years. That's why I've been working on that throughout last pre-season before I went down, and I would have played a lot of midfield time this year had I been able to get up. So that's definitely where I want to be playing in the next 5 years, but I still want to be able to have the ability to go on the forward line and kick some goals and have some impact in the forward 50 as well, but I do want to be a midfielder first.
Midfield is a good position.
Yeah.
Do you barrack for any particular side in the AFL?
Yes, so I still go for Adelaide. Born and raised, so went for Adelaide growing up and felt no need to change. So it's been a bit harder of a watch this year, but it's been good the last few weeks. They're going to turn the corner.
Yeah. I have many interviews coming up, so I'll ask you a few questions on your Victorian boys. Who is someone to interview?
What was that, sorry?
Who is someone I need to interview?
I think you need to interview Jamara. He's definitely one to talk to. He's got a very good story outside of footy as well, so he would be one that I'd be lining up as well.
Yeah, he's awesome. Who do you think is the funniest guy going into the draft?
That's a very good question. One of the funniest guys that I'm very good friends with is Nick Stevens. We have a very similar sense of humour, and he always never fails to make me laugh. So he's definitely one of the funniest.
Yeah, sounds like it too. If you needed to put money on the number 1 draft pick, who would you choose?
That's a very good question. I would say it's a very hard one between Jamara and Logan McDonald, I think. Jamara played really good footy last year and hasn't been able to show it this year, obviously because he's Victorian, and Logan's been able to play really good footy in the waffle this year. So I'm sure whoever has the number 1 pick out of Adelaide and North Melbourne would be considering bidding on Jamara or taking Logan. There's not much to split them at this stage.
Yeah. Who is the guy you would most like to see drafted?
Probably one of my good friends, Xavier Marr. He's from Vic Country and he's a Bushies boy like me. So we've played a lot of footy together over the last couple of years. We both went to the same boarding school in Melbourne, and we're very good friends. So if he was able to get himself on an AFL list at the end of the year, that would make me very happy.
Yeah, me too. Here are some easier questions. You're awarded a medal. Is it most likely to be Goal of the Year or Mark of the Year?
I'm going to say Goal of the Year because as much as I do like to take a mark, I don't think I can jump very high. So I think it would be better. I think I'm more of a chance to kick Goal of the Year.
Yeah, and you have kicked some pretty outstanding goals as well.
Thank you.
That's all right. You get to invite one AFL player over for the day. Who are you inviting?
I'm inviting Gary Ablett Jr. He's my favourite player. He's one of the best players ever, and he seems like a very good person. So he'd be the one that I'd invite around.
Yeah, that would be cool. You have
Yeah.
to sum yourself up in 3 words or less.
I would say I'm positive. I would say that I'm outgoing and this isn't quite one word, but good to be around.
Yeah, that does sum you up. That's some pretty good words. You can choose any other sport to be a champion in. What do you choose and why?
I'm going to pick basketball. I know I played cricket growing up, but I'm going to pick basketball, and that would be because it's a very popular sport. A lot of people watch it, and if you're one of the best, you get paid a lot of money. So I wouldn't turn that down.
Yeah, definitely. You get to have as much of one thing as you like, except money. What do you choose?
I would choose to have as much happiness as I could.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's the one thing you love about footy the most?
I love footy because it brings you or gives you a lot of friends. I think you play footy and you get to meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds. And I've already seen that over the last few years. I played footy in a lot of places over the last couple of years and met so many different types of people, and that's something that I find really cool.
Yeah, you get a lot of new mates and it's great.
Yeah.
Well, Elijah, I'm predicting a massive future for you. You're going to be a star of both on and off the field. I love the way you play and I think you're an amazing person. But I'm worried about something. After watching your dad kick a winning goal, I worry for you. His celebration, let's not sugarcoat it, was rubbish. You will kick
Yes,
a lot
it was.
of goals. So we need to lift that part. So I'm going to give you the fire. You want to give it a
Oh,
go?
that's the one. Is that the celebration we're rolling with?
Yeah. All right, do you want to try
I like it.
together? Try it together?
Go again. Yes, I like it. I think that's something I can definitely use.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, Elijah, and I can't wait to hear your name called out on draft night. Whoever says it is the luckiest club ever. You're everything a club needs to build a team around. Good luck in the draft, buddy.
Thank you very much, Liam. Thanks for the opportunity to chat.
Thanks for letting me chat to you.